Have you ever noticed that when you get a new deck of cards from the factory that they are arranged in red and black order? And most people think that's because the manufacturers arranged them that way. But the reality is that the cards actually like to follow their leader card, which is usually the king because he is the biggest and the eldest. And let me demonstrate with these 10 black cards and these 10 red cards. And the values don't really matter. We will just look at the color. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's the 10 black cards and the 10 red cards. And we will need to get a leader card for the black cards. And the king obviously will work. And for the red cards, we will also need a leader card. And the king obviously will work as well. And as we said before, the red cards follow their leader card and the black cards follow their leader card. Even when the leaders change position, the red cards still follow their leader card and the black cards still follow their leader card. And even if you try to change the position of the cards, well, the red cards will still follow their leader card and the black cards will still follow their leader card. Even if you really try to swap them around and confuse them, well, the black cards are loyal and they stay with their leader card, and the red cards are loyal and they stay with their leader card. Even if you switch them around even more and really try to confuse them, well, the red cards stay with their leader card, the black cards stay with their leader card, and if you flip them around even more, it doesn't matter because, as I said, the red cards stay with their leader card and the black cards stay with their leader card. And guys, this is the follow the leader card trick. Let's learn this now. Alright guys, so this is a really awesome, basically self-working trick. This is a classic in Magic known as follow the leader. And this is actually like the self-working version. And I believe that Tamariz has like a follow the leader, and Vernon, I believe, was credited with doing a follow the leader, although the actual origins are some kind of amateur magician that they don't know who it was. But anyways, this is going to be really simple as far as sleight of hand wise. There's basically no sleights involved. You just have to memorize the procedure, and the rest is presentation. And so I'm going to show you what's going on here. You've got basically, you're going to have 10 black cards and 10 red cards. And you don't have to have these cards that I've chosen, but this just goes with my presentation and my patter. Basically, I like to have one black king and one red king. As I said, you don't have to, and I'll show you why. And then I like to have the rest of the cards as just number or spot cards. Again, you don't have to do it that way, but I just like to. And this is kind of to cover this one move that I'm going to show you, but really all you need are 2 red cards, and I will, and again, you don't have to do that, but I'm going to show you. This is just the way I do it. So what you want to do is you want to have, I like to set the kings as 5th from the top of their packets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that king should be there, and that'll just place them in the right place for the next stage. And let me show you. And then I like to put the 2s, as far as the 2 red 2s, will have the 1 on top and 1 as the 3rd card. And that part, again, you don't have to do, but if you're following the way I do it, here's why. What you're going to do is you'll spread through and show the 10 black cards and the 10 red cards, and just mention that don't worry about the values. We're just going to look at the colors for now. And what you're going to do is you're going to put your finger on the 2nd red card. You put your index finger on the 2nd red card, and you're going to square up and basically attain a break a small pinky break under the spread, and this is the only sleight, and this is basically super easy. I don't even consider it a sleight because you're just going to lift that up, flip this packet, and flip this packet on top. And you have basically transposed the cards. I think the original version used a turnover pass to accomplish the same effect, but the reason, as you can see, that I had the twos set up and arranged as I did was for that very reason, because here's what's going to happen. They see, if anybody's really paying attention, which usually they're not, but just in case someone's really paying attention, you're going to have that 2 there. That looks like the top of the red packet. But what you're going to be doing is when there's this little discrepancy, because you're going to see right there, you're going to pick that off. These 2 are underneath. That should be the diamond, but they'll just see that it's a red 2, right? So I just like to do that for any discrepancies. So you're in this position, and what you're going to do, just for clarity, in case you're following, this is what your card should look like. You'll have 2 red cards on top of the stack here, or actually on bottom when you're looking at it. You're going to count off 10 cards. Don't change their order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you'll say there's the 10 red cards and we have the 10 black cards. And you're going to say that we need to find a leader card. And you really could choose any card that you want, but for the sake of my patter, I use the king card, which is going to be 3rd from the top. And what I'll do is you can spread and show these cards, but you have to be careful. You can spread 7 cards, but these 2 on the bottom you cannot show, because those are red cards. So what you're going to want to do is push over 1. I usually do 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can just count, get a rhythm to it. You don't even have to count it. So while you're pattering and talking, just spread off some cards. And the reason I like to have the king 3rd is because you're going to put that card down on the table like this, which is going to give justification for these 2 cards need to go under the spread. So it just looks casual. You're just going to do like that. Flip those over, and you're set up there. And you're going to do the same thing with this packet. Of course, you can patter and just count off cards. You could technically do 1 more. You can go 7. I just do 6 usually. And you're going to do the same thing. Say there's the leader card. Put that one down, and then these 2 need to go under and flip. And you're all set up now, and now you just need to learn this next procedure. Alright, so here's how this procedure is going to work next. You can flash the bottoms, because those will be the same color, and you're going to basically want to flip over the first 2 cards to show that they are normal, because they are. And of course that's not too exciting, but what you're going to do next is you're going to flip the 2 leader card packets, and of course this is self-working, so these cards will match. You're going to flip 2 of these over for the red cards and 2 over for the black cards. And obviously, guys, if you need to keep learning this, just keep coming back to this video and watching it again. It's really just learning this procedure at this point. And next you're going to flip the group of cards, and then you'll do, those will match, you'll do 2. These will match, you'll do 2. And then you're going to do this diagonal switch, which looks like you're mixing them, but you're not. You're just keeping them. It kind of like cancels out what you just did. So you'll do 1 there, 1 for the reds, and then you're going to do this other thing where you're going to put cards here and then flip it, and it doesn't do anything. You're just putting when you do that, it basically cancels everything out. So you're just putting the right card on the right packet, then you're flipping them. It actually does nothing. But it's just kind of confusing because you have all this switching and changing going around. And then you're going to flip these one more time, and then those will match now. And the reason you have to actually switch those for the last stage in order for them to match, but it actually looks like you're flipping them and changing their order even more, but it works out, and everything ends up being self-working as long as you follow the pattern and procedure there. Alright guys, I'm just going to run through this one more time from the top just to make sure everything was covered, and just so you can see everything and more in speed. We'll have the king fifth from the top, the 2 and then the 2 first and third, and the king fifth from the top. Red king will spread through and show the 10 black cards and the 10 red cards, and we'll get our index finger here, so we've got a break that will, when we close the fan, with our pinky finger, and we'll do our flip and our flip, and then we're going to count 10 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Put these cards down. These will be our black cards that we need to get a leader card from, and of course we can thumb off and show 6 or 7 cards, and then we're going to put the king card down, and we'll take these 2 cards underneath, square these up. We'll do the same thing here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, just to casually show everything. You don't have to do that, but I think it just sells that illusion that these are all red cards when you do that. And so at this point, you can flash the bottoms, and you're going to do 2 cards from each color. And that's of course normal, nothing extraordinary, but then you're going to flip the leader cards, and here's where the magic happens. Now you've got 2 that you're going to flip, and 2 that you're going to flip, and now you can change this group of cards down here, and again you will have 2 cards to flip, 2 cards to flip. You're always doing 2 until you get to this stage, and now you're always going to do 1 card that you flip, and you're going to go diagonal, boom, boom. This card will match, this card will match, and then of course this card matches, and this card matches, and you're just putting them here on top, which is the, and then you're going to swap it. So as you can see, it's just keeping the same color with the same card. You're not actually swapping them. Of course, now that you have swapped them that way, these are off, so you're going to have to swap these one more time, and now that will match, and that one will match too. And hopefully guys, you enjoyed this trick. Please leave me a thumbs up and a comment and let me know, and check out some more of my great self-working tricks that you can learn, and also red and black separation tricks. I'll leave links to those playlists, and also links in the description where you can pick up great magic supplies and downloads, and that really helps to support this small channel. And thanks so much, and hope you subscribe as well guys, and check out the next video. Thank you.